Hello everyone, it is Justin here for Lag Free Gaming, checking in once again for another episode of Be a GM mode for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm sorry if it's been a few days since I've gotten a video up, but I've been trying to work on the new stuff, Project Spark, as well as The Wolf Among Us with Daniel as well. That's what's been taking up some of my extra time. Like I said, this thing right now is not my full-time job, obviously. We don't have enough subscribers or video views to warrant any sort of that stuff, but I am taking it serious enough, and I do this, in my free time away from work and everything else, because I'm an avid bowler and everything else, so yeah. So, I'll get right back to the actual point of all this. This week, I don't think we got any comments on the last video, as far as I know, or at least it never told me if we did. We had 4 games of the docket. The team that I would like to play against is the Colorado Avalanche. We'll get to see that awesome matchup between Semyon Varlamov, most likely, and Sergei Bobrovsky, the 2 top goalies from Russia from this past Olympics and everything else. We also get to see Matt Duchene and Nathan McKinnon, 2 dynamos on the offensive side of the puck, who are just, great players to watch. They're really exciting. I love watching this team play. So, we're going to play Colorado. I will, of course, as always, have to get everything ready beforehand. But I will talk to all of you once again when the puck drops.
They took the title in 1996, just after they arrived from Quebec City. Denver, Colorado is home to the NHL team called the Avalanche. Greetings, everyone. Along with Eddie Olczyk, I'm Mike Emmerich, looking ahead to a hockey game that is probably going to see some minor penalties and, perhaps, power plays as well. If it goes to the power play, we got the best in the league to watch tonight.
Well, they do a lot of different plays on the power play. Not being predictable, I think, is one of the biggest reasons they have the best power play.
And now we turn to the last lines of defense, the goalies. Semyon Varlamov, fresh from playing in Yaroslavl, Russia in the spring of 2009, became a surprise starter for the Washington Capitals in the playoffs, won 7 games and had 2 shutouts. No one that spring had more, and he was just turning 21. This man's got the start. If they like the goalie and they like playing for you, you stand a good chance to be strong, and that's the hope for the visitors.
Alright, so apparently the old coach there didn't want Bobrovsky to play this game. And you know what? That's alright. I'll let it go because it is the second game on a back-to-back. And that's realistic at the end of the day. Kane. Oh, that was a good opportunity there. So yeah, when it comes to what's going on in reality, in real life for the NHL right now, especially with the Blue Jackets, man, they are just awful right now. Like, it's seriously sad how bad they are right now. And it's not even that, like, there's no talent there. But anytime that you have someone like, say, Gibbons playing on the first line with Rye Johansson, like, there's no reason for that. Obviously, we are depleted quite badly when it comes to injuries. And I wish that wasn't the case. So, I get it. But at the same time, it's still sad, nonetheless. Oh, what a move there by Dubinsky. Get on him. Come on. There you go. But yeah, I mean, it's just sad. Like, it's gotten to the point to where it's just sad right now. And you know what? Like, most of the time, I'd be kind of really upset about it, like kind of torn up about it. And I don't like to see us lose. But this is one of those few years where I don't mind it as much. Only because you got to think, even though no one can really be as bad as Buffalo, it seems, Jack Eichel might be the 2nd pick overall. And if that's the case, I would love that. I mean, I would absolutely adore that. Because he might end up being the next face of USA Hockey. And if the next face of USA Hockey is on our team, I'm going to be quite excited, to say the least. So, I mean, and also, if you really think about it, Ryan Johansson could be one of the next big superstars of Canadian hockey. So, I mean, we may have one of the best stars from USA and Canada on the same team if that's the case. However, I'm not going to count us out yet. Dubinsky, I believe, I heard, is somewhat close to coming back. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what happens once we get a little more healthy, because I believe from the statistic from the last game they played against Washington, they said that we had, like, what, 96 man games missed already? And we've played, what, like, 12 or 14 games this season? Like, that is crazy. There's no reason for a team to have that many guys injured. But, I mean, what more can you do? I trust that our you know, training staff and everything else are top flight, just like any NHL team should be. I would expect that, hey, we're not working our players too hard and making them get injured, because that just doesn't seem right. But at the same time, you gotta wonder, because it shouldn't be happening this way. Good job, Kane. Get down there. But yeah, like, that's just, it boggles my mind to see how many guys we have injured right now. Thank God that Johansson's not, and Foligno, because those have been by far two of our best guys the entire season when it comes to just bringing it every single night and giving it their all. Those guys are pivotal to our team right this second, while we're so, you know, short-handed. But I do hope that, you know, that we get to see the team, you know, sometime towards the end of this month, early December, we get to see a team that's a little more like the team that we should have when it comes to guys not being injured and stuff. That way we can, you know, decide whether we want to make any trades to try to better our team, because honestly, I saw the thing from yesterday about Horton's back or whatever, and it really is not looking good, to say the least. And that worries me, because, you know, that's a huge amount of money that we chose to give to him. Wow, I can't even talk. But at the same time, even though we can write that off as insurance, still, I mean, that's a huge cog that we haven't even really got to experience. I mean, he's played, what, all of 36 games in his entire career with us so far? That's not enough to really see what we paid into. And he was still injured when he was playing for us. So it's rough. Like, I'm really kind of sad about that, because I feel like we could be a really, really good team, but things like that just seem to happen. We are the Blue Jackets, I guess. It's just bad luck. That's what we get for being one of the new teams in the league. Though I did hear news about, you know, Las Vegas possibly getting a team. And if that's the case, I will be quite excited, because for one, I love expansion teams. I love that stuff. I really do. Oh, good try. I love expansion teams, and it would be great to not be the newest team in the league, because even though Minnesota came in at the exact same time that we did, I still feel that we are the newest team because we are the newest market. You got to think about it. You know, Minnesota had a team for years, and then they went to Dallas, and then they got a team back. For us, you know, we're not like the Browns. We didn't get our team back. We are a new team and everything else. And even though we've been in the league, what, like 13, 14 years? I don't remember right offhand. Even though we've been in the league that long, it still feels like we're just, you know, we're just that young team that's, you know, wet behind the ears. We don't really know what the league's all about, this and that, you know. So it'd be nice to have, you know, teams that are in worse shape than we are when it comes to that stuff. Plus, I mean, anytime you can kind of beat up on a really low-end team, that's always nice too, because let's be honest here, even though I would say the talent is better in the NHL than it's ever been, I still don't feel like an expansion team made with players that other teams don't want. I don't feel like they're going to be able to do a whole lot. That's just my opinion, though. Come on. I haven't been able to concentrate too well on this so far. So I find that when I talk and play, I don't do as well usually.
Nice move
Whoop.
to shake on through. Speeds right on
Ah.
the ball. Right near the goal stripe to Johansson. He's into the slot.
Oh, come on.
Good job with the stick.
Damn it.
To McGinn. Moving on in. Wonderful save. Grab. Great chance ahead. Good pad stop.
Whoa, Briere. Whoa.
The glass, and I think lady from Shawinigan.
Got a little under that one. So I guess we could also talk about Curtis McElhinney. So I don't think that Curtis McElhinney is a bad goalie per se. Okay, don't say, you know, don't be coming up and saying, hey, why are you bagging on Mac? Because I do think that he is a good backup goalie. However, you can see obviously with this time that we've spent without Bobrovsky these past week or two, that we don't have a secondary starting goaltender. You know, it's a problem that a lot of teams in the league seem to have. Like, you know, if you look at, say, the St. Louis Blues, okay, they have 2 legit starters. I've never been completely sold on Brian Elliott myself, but if you look at Jake Allen, he's their heir apparent, man. Like, if they traded Brian Elliott tomorrow, I would be completely fine with that as a Blues fan because Jake Allen is coming. He's here. Like, he's awesome. He's on my fantasy team for a reason, okay? I'll get back to that in a second after I run down this. See, 0-0 goals, 10 shots to 9 shots. It was very close on that. We out hitting them by quite a bit. Time of attack, way beating them up. Passing, not as bad as usual for us. We had 1 power play. We weren't able to capitalize on it. We won 1 more faceoff than they have, and they have a breakaway, which I shouldn't have let happen. So, back to the whole fantasy thing and young goalies. I also look at something like the Anaheim Ducks. Even though John Gibson was horrible in the first game of the season against Pittsburgh, he came on these last few weeks and really played well, and then he got injured. He hurt his groin or whatever, and it sucks for them because he was finally hitting his stride. Oh! Woo! Man! What a shot by Horton. Snipe City in the top corner, where mother puts the peanut butter jar. But yeah, so like, you know, it's another team where it's like, okay, they have a young goalie coming. And the best part is they also have Frederick Anderson, who is, you know, another legit starter, it seems like, in the league. And Anaheim just keeps doing it, because last year they had those 2 and Hiller. Years before that they had, you know, Brizgalov behind someone like Jaguar when Jaguar was at his best. Like, they've been blessed with doing really well with their goaltenders. Like, just the ones they drafted and everything else, like, they've done really well with that. And I envy them because I do like Oscar Dansk. There's no doubt about it. I think that he is a possible, you know, future starting goaltender. Oh, come on. Really, Dubinsky? I feel like Oscar Dansk could be great. The only problem is his height. He's a short goalie, and that can be a really bad thing in the NHL because these guys they're not, you know, players in the CHL. They are, you know, legit snipers. Oh, come on. Ah, almost. Dubinsky. Oh, what a goal by Brandon Dubinsky. Doob. I honestly didn't expect it to go in, but I guess I got the goalie a little off balance there and was able to kind of force it through him. Whew, I like that one. But yeah, like there seems like with the Blue Jackets, I like Forsberg. I think he could be quite good, but I don't see him as being anything more than a backup for the rest of his career in the NHL, at least, in my humble opinion. That's only from the short sample size that I've seen overall. Same thing with McElhinney. McElhinney is a good backup. I get that. However, when he's forced to start, say, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row, and he's looked at as our best option, it's obvious that he's not. He's just not that great at, you know, being a starting goaltender. It's kind of like bringing in, like, if you had Craig Kimbrell, I can't even talk right now, from the Braves, if you had him as a starting pitcher, say that he could go like, you know, say 6 innings or something like that, he might not be as great as he is as a closer. Because at the end of the day, he's not a starter. Plain and simple. So yeah, that's my thoughts on you know, McElhaney. He is a good backup, but he's not the guy that we need in the pipes right now. And we don't really. Oh wow, nice tip. What? Why are you? What? Why are you waving it off? What do you do? Was that a high stick or what? Because I just tried to put on net there, so I thought I was gonna get the puck stolen. What? Did it even hit his glove? It looked like it hit his knee more than anything. I don't know. Let's see. That's not even a good. It's not a very good angle either. But that could be the second goal of the game by Horton. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Goal! There we go. Play that theme, baby. The fans may not like it there in Colorado, but they can get over it because that is a good goal. Oh, there we go. I got a little worried there for a second. Did you notice how the score didn't change until like after the face-off happened? Oh, chop. It was like, try to move the stick, get stick lifted. Try to move the stick, get stick lifted, over and over again. Wow. Okay. Does someone want to cover that guy, maybe? Possibly. Perhaps. No? Okay. That's cool, too. That's alright. We'll let them have that goal. Maxime Talbot, consider that a present. Yeah, Letestu. You blew your coverage. But also probably didn't help that I believe both of our defensemen were over in the corner pretty much. Yeah, there's Murray trying to get back, but that was bad coverage by our team there. And I don't expect McElhaney to save us in a game like this, like Bobrovsky can on this game. So, yeah. Whoop. Oh, what a big hit. Wow. What a collision that was. Oh, that was dangerous. Oh, big hit by Johnson. Go Johansson. Ah. Tried to do a little okie doke. Inside, outside.
Up the wing with it now. Great job slipping on by Kane.
Oh. What an opportunity that was. Oh, you want to go? You want to go? I think not. Yeah, see, the thing is, I will say, myself in the NHL this year, I haven't followed the rest of the league as much because I usually am the type of person who watches quite a bit of hockey. But with working at nights now, and, you know, I bowl like 2 or 3 nights a week, and, you know, with doing the YouTube videos and everything else, I really haven't been able to keep up as well. Oh, man. I'm tired. That's what I get for doing this in the morning, I guess, right? Right after work. Ah. Get back there, Hartnell. Go, Murray. Go, Foligno.
Nice move to shake on through. Gets in. What'll he do? Picks it up in his own end.
I was hoping to go inside out on him, but it didn't work out.
Picked up in the attacking zone.
Ah. Good try.
Cuts through.
But man, I mean, I haven't really got to watch a ton of hockey. Like, I've tried to watch the NHL Network and stuff to sort of, you know, stay up with things a little more. But at the end of the day, you can only see so much through that. You definitely don't want to watch ESPN for hockey highlights because you're not going to get any. Oh, get in there. Good try, guys. And Cam. That was weird. Come on. Guys. Wow. That is probably the worst I've seen our defense running around and not being able to touch a puck. I mean, I had guys on the puck left and right, and no one could pick up the puck. It's just bouncing and bouncing, and no one can get it. And boom, goal. Why? Because we're all pushing up the ice trying to get that damn puck. There's 4 guys in one area there. We can't give Ryan O'Reilly that kind of space to try to snipe because he's going to be able to. He's a damn good player, that's for damn sure. Alright, though. Still up by 1, that's a plus. We just got to get back going and, you know, get the pressure back on them now. Because that's something, you know, that we've had troubles with. Ah. Get him.
They've got a long way to go on this one. They can move it fast, but they're up against the clock. Diagonally to Kane. Strong play, good reach. Looks ahead
Damn it.
to start something.
Good old Nick Holden. Former Blue Jacket right there. In Colorado.
The best part of the day is
they have both Jan Heda and Nick Holden back there on D. Yeah, there's a fan. There's one of our fans, right? And off the hand and in.
Rest time has come. Intermission is here.
Yeah, McElhaney almost got that save though. I mean, it wasn't from a great angle that guy was shooting from, but he was still able to beat McElhaney because he couldn't respond in time. So you see we're up 3-2. We have 4 more shots than they do. We have 5 more hits than they do. We have a lot more time on attack. Our passing is pretty close. We still have the only power play so far this game. We have 4 more face-off 1, and they have a breakaway over us. Time to get into this third period. We need to turn up our pressure. We need to turn up the momentum a little bit for us once again and try to get in their faces, take a lot of shots, because Varlamov hasn't exactly looked amazing this game. Of course, you know, that goal that's a tip-in, there's not a whole lot you can do about that because that happened right in front of him. But the ones that have kind of like deflected off of him and went in, those are things that he should stop. So, and the snipe shot, things he probably could stop. But he didn't, and we're going to take advantage of that. Get there, Johnson. Ah. Nope. Ooh, big save there, McElhaney. Bad turnover by me.
No shadow of the boards here.
Whoop.
Takes it behind his own cage to Barry.
Oh, big hit.
Moves to the corner to Kane. Wonderful.
Oh, Horton, good try.
Not a lot of room to score from in that area. Great save.
Lets it go. Marvelous save. No time on that one. He's going to the net. Directed on.
Dubinsky, good try.
That shot just squeezed through. I don't know how it didn't go in the net and just missed wide.
Big hit. There you go, Murray.
The Blue Jackets
Whiz.
will start from their own end. To Hartnell. Took that pass right up the wing. Parked in the slot and it's on his stick. Got his pass.
Ah.
That one.
If I could have got to that rebound, I think I might have had a chance there. Boom.
He dumps it in.
So I know one thing also I can talk about.
Takes that pass off
The Connor McDavid
point. It goes to
injury situation.
shot. Terrific challenge.
He apparently, okay, this is just from what I've read, because obviously I haven't seen anything. Here in America, we don't really get CHL games or anything.
Right for the net.
But apparently Connor McDavid got annoyed with how the defenseman was playing against him, and he decided to drop the gloves against this guy,
Carries it to
and now he's out 4 to 5 weeks with a broken hand.
by Foligno.
Okay,
Taken right
probably not the smartest idea for the guy who's probably going to be the #1 pick this summer
takes it behind his
to
own
whatever team's the worst, which right now is looking a lot like Buffalo, which they don't mind because, hey, if they can get who could possibly be the next Crosby or Stamkos,
out in the
then
slot.
they're going to take it, obviously. I mean, what team wouldn't take that? Even if you have to be, like, almost historically awful to get in.
Half shift from defense to offense.
They just have to remember,
Between the blue lines.
Pittsburgh was pretty shitty the first year they had Crosby.
Position in the slot.
Oh,
Wide.
What a scoring opportunity.
Great work with the pad.
get him. Good job, Atkinson.
Right along the blue
Tootin'.
line.
Oh.
Great reaction there as that
Oh, come on, guys.
Clearly redirected
Keep it
in
up.
front of the
Keep
goaltender.
up that
Good
pressure.
stop.
near the boards. Takes a chance on the dump to the opposite corner. Held behind his net by Letestu.
Chop
On
to Bull.
Nicely into the zone.
Chop.
Hammer.
Oh, good try.
In front.
Test 2. Yeah, there it is. There it is. All that pressure had to culminate into something, and it did that time when Mark Letestu puts in the one-timer, the old 1T. Hell yeah. All right. 2-goal lead. The worst lead in hockey, but it's also much better than a 1-goal lead right now for us. Come on, Horton. Oh. Oh, yeah, there it is. Another point for Horton. The sweet dish to Johansson, who was just waiting. He was just waiting there. And boom, it's in the back of the net because Ryan Johansson pretty much never misses from there. Right in the slot, not picked up by anyone. Perfect. That gives us a 3-goal lead, and it should win us the game, but you never know what can happen. Woo, man. All right, boys, let's keep this up now. Like I said, I came into this period saying, hey, we need to turn up the intensity, right? And it worked, obviously. But I will say, yeah, so, you know, that's going to be one of my questions for you guys is what do you think of the whole Connor McDavid thing? And what do you think about fighting in general? My personal stance has always been it's part of the game. It belongs in the game because it's a part of the game. However, as you can tell with, you know, fighting majors being down 20% this season and everything else from prior years, obviously, you know, it hasn't become the focal point of the game. And it's not as prevalent as it once was. You know, nowadays, people fight because someone gets aggravated too much or, you know, a dirty hit or something like that causes them to fight. It's not just because two enforcers go out there and say, hey, we're going to scrap right now. It's not like that anymore. I mean, sure, it happens, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be. Oh, all right. It's time to fight now. Let's go. Oh, here we go. Landeskog, Hartnell. Oh. As you can hear, going all out here. Oh, there it is. Eat it, Landeskog. That's what you get. You had to come and take care of your lapdog there, Duchesne. Hartnell dropped his gloves from center ice and came in to fight. Hell yeah. That's the way you end the game pretty much. Beating them in a fight too. Because the way I always put it was, if you can't beat them up. And now we've both beaten them and beaten them up. So what more is there to win? Like, they might as well just fold the team, right? Nah, I can't say that much. They have won a Stanley Cup, something we haven't done so far. Ah. I could not get that puck down there. I was trying to feed Horton to give him an opportunity at the old Hattie. Ooh, big save. That was a good screen too and everything. Whoop. Oh. Good try. I thought he almost beat him there. Get in there, Johnson. Ah. Wow. Oh my God. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter, and I mean, we won the game and all, but it's just annoying because that should not have gone in. It's just one of those things where the puck bounces. I'm like, okay, go get the puck, Johnson. He doesn't get it, and then I sit there waiting for that pass, and I can't stop that pass. It's like, oh my God, like nothing went right there. And McKinnon's not going to miss from there. He's too much of a superstar to do that. However, he hasn't been putting up quite the points that I had hoped as my second-round pick in fantasy draft this year. So, yeah. I was expecting a little more out of him, to say the least. But what I can say is that Tyler Seguin is living up to the first round pick that I made him. I think he went like 8th or 10th overall for me, and he's lighting it up when it comes to points. So you know what? I got one good player, one good young player who's living up to the hype that I had hoped he would. All right. Well, good game for us. We ended up beating the Colorado Avalanche, who's always a game team, a team that's never going to give up, a team that's always going to fight till the very end. McElhaney gets another win on the season, even though he's had it a little bit rough this season so far. We put up quite a few points, which is always a good thing. And to be honest, that's kind of what I expect from the Blue Jackets here on my GM mode at least, because we have a lot of firepower, especially after getting Evander Kane. All we had to get rid of was Anisimov, who is usually going to be a 40 to 50 point getter on a season, and instead we have a guy who can put up 70 or 80 easy like Evander Kane, which is great. So we'll look at the stats here. 5-3 on goals, 30-19 on shots. We took our fair share of shots, no doubt about that. We had 6 more hits than they had, way more time on attack. Passing was rather close. They had 2 more penalty minutes than we had because of that fight at the end. We had the only power play. We beat them in faceoffs by 6, and they had a breakaway. We'll take a look at the box score. I think one thing I might have missed last playthrough was I don't know if I showed the 3 stars, so I'm going to remember to do that this time. Here is Colorado's breakdown here of stats. We'll take a look at their goalies as well. Varlamov did not have a great game. 83 save percentage, not good. We'll take a look at the away stats, which is us. You look here, we have +3 for Nathan Horton. He was out there for the 1 goal and didn't have any part of it, but 2 goals, 1 assist. Really good game for Nathan Horton. I'm really happy with that. Tootin also had 2 assists and a +3. I love that. I love it. I really do. We'll take a look at McElhaney. Not a great save percentage either, 84. That's not going to cut it usually, but this time it worked because it was a little better than Varlamov, and we took more shots than Varlamov, so it worked out. There is your 3 stars. Nathan Horton had 3 points and a hit. We had Maxime Talbot, had 1 a goal and 1 assist. That was the 2nd star, and the 3rd star was Fedor Tootin with 2 assists and 3 hits. Can't go wrong with that. So now it is time to go through and take a look here at the other 3 games we have for this week. We're going to go ahead and simulate through those, get it primed and ready for the next week of games. If you guys feel that, hey, we need to move this a little quicker, play maybe 1 or 2 games a month instead or something like that, let me know this kind of stuff, because if you guys really want to see the team grow over time and everything else, and you don't want it to be like, you know, next April when we finally get to the playoffs or something, you know, like something ridiculous at least, then you need to let me know, because right now I've basically been trying to do at least 2 weeks per week in real life. As you can see, we're in January currently, so you know, if that's good enough speed for you guys, cool. If it's not, then I can literally just take it and say, hey, guess what? We're skipping all the way to February or something like that. Like, or we'll play 1 more game, or we'll play the All-Star game, and that's it for this month now. It's all up to you guys. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the 11th. That'll simulate both the Dallas, Toronto, and New York Islander games. I don't know why I said both, but whatever. It's going to simulate all 3 of those, though, which finishes out the week. Hopefully we don't get any more injuries, but you never know with this type of stuff. And that's a big loss. Wow. 2nd round picks for Wisniewski. How about Nair? Wisniewski has been playing well for us this season. That's what I feel. Both in real life and on this game. That's just personal opinion, though. So right now I'm planning on keeping him. But like I said, I'm always willing to move him. OT loss, OT loss. That's not good. At least we got some points, but still. We need it to be better because we're not 1st in our division anymore. We're 4th. Because it's very, very tight. Very tight. I mean, look at the Capitals. They're right there with us, too. We could almost be, you know, on the outside looking in. So, yeah. So we're set up with that. What do I want to do? I don't know if... Did I show you guys stats last time? I'll go ahead and show you the stats this time, just in case. So Johansson's still the team leader of 42 points. Horton's having a great year as well with him. I know that much. Hartnell's also having a good year. Yeah, you see Hartnell, 34 points. Horton, 32 points. Both of those guys are having really good seasons. They're just under a point per game. Johansson's just above a point per game. Great stuff there. Foligno, Kane, hell yeah. Johnson, Dubinsky. I mean, we're getting some good stuff out of a lot of good players on this team. So that is the important thing. I'll go to the bottom here, let you see that. I'll also go over here. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff that they show. Never mind, I'm not going to show all that. What I'll do, I'll show you the power play and shorthanded game-winning goals. We'll do that real quick, so you can see that Wisniewski does have 2 power play goals, which is always a nice thing. But so Hartnell has 6, so yeah, we know who the superstar in the power play is. Surprisingly, Johansson only has the 1, but Johansson's also been a very good assist guy this season as well. So take a look at our goalies, which aren't going to be great because, hey, I'm playing quite a few games with these guys, so their save percentages are rather shitty. So you look at 905, 893. Not horrible, not great. Both have 2 shutouts. It is what it is. I forgot. I need to show you the league lead in points and everything else, which I believe will probably be Steven Stamkos because he's kind of like the man on this game right now. Yeah, 63 points. He has 20 more points than he has games played. He is on pace to hit like 120, 130, something like that possibly. Well, maybe not 130. Probably like 110, 120, somewhere in that range with what he's going at now. I mean, he's just an amazing player. Pavelski, Kessel, those guys are playing great right now. You can see, though, that Johansson hasn't been as prevalent as he has been before. So if you look at the point standings now, he's not quite as high as he was earlier in the season because he was like a top 5 guy. So, yeah, there's that. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at the goalies just so you can see. I don't know if it does it by save. No, it doesn't do. We'll do save percentage because that's what's important to me. That usually tells me the best goalie. So, and we'll try to throw out backups. So Eddie Lack looks like a backup. But the next best would be Braden Holtby, Roberto Luongo. Both of those guys are starters. They both have very good save percentages. Their records aren't the best, but they're pretty good. Look at Hutchinson, Michael Hutchinson. 78 overall, playing his ass off. 9-1, you know, record. That's awesome. You have Quick and Ward and so forth. So, yeah, not too bad. I think that's gonna be about what ends this episode. I hope you do chime in to let me know how many games I should play, if I should keep doing maybe once a week or so, or like if I should take, you know, these 2 weeks and play 1 game, and then 2 more weeks and play a game. However you guys would like to do it, if you want me to move it a little quicker. Other than that, we have Montreal, New York, and Boston up for this week. So if you do not let me know who you want me to play, then I will probably choose Montreal. I don't know why. I like Montreal a little bit. It's one of the Canadian teams I do enjoy watching and, you know, all that stuff. But yeah. So yeah, that is about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed watching me play, watching the Blue Jackets continue to be victorious. And I will see you all when we fire the cannon. Goodbye!